And welcome back to the Games Gamers. Just some random musings here this morning as I'm drinking my coffee. Good morning, everybody, or whatever part of the world you're at. I wanted to get into a really interesting discussion. Now, I had a comment here that I have to thank Paz for, and he says, "The games after watching this," and he's referring to Sunk Cost Galaxy in Chapter 7. I did a video on it. Go click the link. You want to check that out? Go ahead. If you don't, stay right here. Going to talk about this. He says, "The games after watching this, you don't see how she's simply using her position as a fundraiser for her real job." So he's talking about Sandy. And if you do need caught up on what's going on, Bucha from Sunk Cost Galaxy did a piece that I actually happen to enjoy, and some people might go, "Oh my God, DG, how dare you? He's a naysayer." I'm not involved in the White Knight naysayer bullshit. I don't get involved in that. So anyway, he goes, "How are backers accepting this? Why are backers such suckers for Chris Roberts? I'm definitely glad I never paid any money to this project, and I think that anyone paid more than $100 for this is ridiculous, shady circus." Now, I get really baffled. And Paz, this isn't, I'm not trying to point you out and get you upset here. It's not really anything that you did or said that deserves like any harsh criticism. It's just something that when you say these things, or I see plenty of comments like these out there, I think like, why are people so attached to this idea like people aren't smart enough to make their own decisions? I think to myself, like, what are these people who are so worried about this being a scam thinking of, trying to protect people that are making adult conscious decisions? There's some people that are addicted to spending over and over and over again on new ship after new ship after new ship, stretching themselves beyond their financial means. I understand that there's an addiction like that, and that game companies prey on people like this. I feel very bad for those people. That is an addiction. But for people that don't have these addictions, I don't know how many of these people there are, by the way. I believe that there is a larger group of people like myself that are very rationally minded, that don't fall into a naysayer camp, that don't fall into a White Knight camp, and we never asked for any protection. But I wonder about comments like these, because I think to myself, like, nobody is forcing us to spend this money. We decide to spend this money. We make rational decisions to spend this money. And then I think that is the responsibility of people like myself, content creators, to present all sides and to do some digging to see what's going on inside the company. It is important that people are held accountable. In a game which has raised $250 million, it is a very responsible thing to do as a content creator, as somebody who's focusing on this project as myself. I think it's important that we do the due diligence to understand who's working there. Are they the right person for the job? Is Chris a complete dolt? No. He's offering people a game without limitations. This is the secret, and this is what I wanted to tell Paz. Sorry it's taken so long to get to my point here, Paz. But my response to Paz's comment is, I think I can best define my feelings as such. Regardless of the blunders and the mismanagement, in my opinion, by the way, these ships sell themselves. They literally do. SIG is on track to have their best year ever. I think demand is through the freaking roof, which it is. And until I see that demand subside, as somebody who is a trader, who understands the economy, who understands financials, I can tell you I feel pretty sure that the sheer amount of money will pave over every pothole, every blunder, every roadblock along the way. People are making their decisions through their pocketbooks, and they're deciding that they want a game with no limitations. And this is the only game in town promising it. That is what I wanted to get out there for everybody. That is the point. This game will continue to march forward as long as it keeps on making money. It is the fact. It is the secret. That is the secret. The secret is in the sales. As long as sales keep showing the growth that they've gotten to this point, you're going to see this thing continue to move forward that we call Star Citizen. I'm happy for it. I want a game without limitations. There is no other game out there now that's going to offer you the promises that there will be no limitations. Of course, as we go through the project, we see some types of limitations, but people ask me all the time, DG, why aren't you seeing these things? I see them. I report on them. It's my job to. It's what I love to do. I see the things. I see some mismanagement issues. I see some issues. But I also see this influx of money like a tidal wave. It's just, you can't stop it. There's no stopping it right now. And that amount of money is going to continue the progression of Star Citizen. Not maybe at the pace that many people are happy with. They'll keep going as long as the money keeps coming in. If people are that upset, they will stop spending money. Simple as that. And since we're seeing the best sales that we've ever seen, apparently there's not a lot of people that are as upset as everybody's making it appear to be. Like everybody, I love some of these content creators that really try and cause this drama. It's so apparent to me that it's for the clicks, for the views. I get so like, I try not to let it bother me. I mean, I've done some clickbaity things on thumbnails, and because I wanted people to come in and watch the content. When you get in there, I have my own opinions about issues, and I understand this part of the game. I get it. I'm guilty of it too. But in the long run of this project, what ends up being the most important thing about this becoming a reality or not are the sales. How they're spending their money as well. Their expenses, their sales versus their expenses. And I do plenty of content on that. I do plenty of content on the financials. I've always focused on things that are happening in the business world, in the real world. Cloud Imperium Games should be focused on. The people there should be focused on. The people that are working there should be accountable. We talked about Q&A months ago. Then they brought out something about Q&A. We all were like screaming about it. Like, what's going on here? I like to put people on point. It's just business. You don't have to make it personal. I never make it personal. I'm not worried about it. I would never attack somebody personally. This is just about managing the company, putting right people in the right positions, making sure Chris is making the right decisions. This is all it is. And like I said, I love what Star Citizen wants to be, a game without limitations. So anyhow, that's it. I thought you guys would enjoy it. All of our patrons right now, just really showing all that support, all that love. You guys are doing like a hell of a job for this community, supporting us. Thank you so much. 300i giveaway coming up, drawing in on the 20th. Another giveaway shortly after. We're a third of the way to our second goal. You guys are wonderful. Thank you everybody for watching the content, sharing and liking and doing everything that you can to stay on top of this community and helping it grow. You guys are awesome. The work that you guys are putting in to help share this content, get it out there. I appreciate you guys completely. 110% love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next vid.
Well, look at you. You made it to the end. You must be #professional. That's right. You got to be a real fan of the guys. Make sure you're tapping that bell so you get future notifications. Check out some more vids. Chill out. Also, check out our Patreon page. Lots of Patreon exclusive material just for our patrons. So help this community grow. And thanks for watching.